Hey guys, today we have Lan Nguyen, who is the founder of Success Accounting Group and Lenopoly, which is a community for entrepreneurs and successful investors in terms of sharing their wealth and also their business strategies and ideas. Today, Lan is with us to discuss a few different topics in terms of managing and also growing and understanding how to structure your portfolio. If there's anything that Lan hasn't covered in these videos today, feel free to get in touch with her directly. So Lan, tell us a little bit about how you first got into your property portfolio and purchasing properties and how you found that all at the beginning.
Okay, well, let me share you something that I was working as a manager in a Big Four accounting firm at the age of 25, and I started my first son was born. And of course, when your kids come, it's a happy moment, but also financially you're kind of loss of one income. Stay home, maternity leave, and really the expenses increase, and with only a single income, it was a bit of a struggle for my family. So I decided that what vehicle we could generate more streams of income, because that's the way to increase your cash flow, is having multiple streams of income rather than just relying on the one income. And I found that the vehicle property is the way to do it, and that's how we went and bought our first unit, which is our house in Maidstone, for a cool sum of $270,000.
It's cheap.
Then it was actually bought at the boom. In 2003. So we actually paid top dollar. But yes, it's cheap in our eyes now. But we bought that, and so that's how I started. And we sold 6 years later for double. So I realized that I can find, without working and still make money for my family. And that's why I started that journey.
Okay, wonderful. So I guess we're going to touch a little bit on Lenopoly today. Can you maybe explain to, everyone watching in the video what Lenopoly is, who it's targeted for, and who can join and what's involved?
Okay, so fast forward 15 years of investing. Both me and my family are blessed to be financially free using the blueprint of Lenopoly, which is a systemized way of accumulating wealth through property investing. It's now my obligation to pay forward and to help other families, like in my situation 15 years ago, how they can also build a better way to be financially free. So Lenopoly is actually just a community of entrepreneurs and investors wanting to learn the secrets of how to invest in property correctly, and then build a more secure financial future for their family. Who can join? It will be people who are committed to move from A to where they want to go with financially goals. And Lenopoly is the GPS to get you there.
Okay.
In terms of strategy and blueprint.
So if anyone was interested in coming to chat with you about Lenopoly, do people just come to you directly about possibly joining?
So we actually have a community now on Facebook. It's called Lenopoly Community, and we have currently over 600 members who are all investors, and that's a public community that you can dip your toe in, and you can, everyone's welcome. And it's just a share of information and strategies. And I also post some of my developments and investment, purchases, and some of my students. And that's the first place you should join. And there is a private group which is we call it the Platinum Group, and that's for people who really in 12 months want to go from
the trajectory.
That's right, the trajectory to where they want to go, with the help of one-on-one mentoring from myself and my A team.
Awesome. So there'd be a lot of information on the Facebook website as well that people can have a read through.
Join that community first and have a look.
Beautiful. I guess one common question that I get from my clients working in property management is, when should I be ready, or how do I know I'm ready for the next investment? I guess that's one thing that comes up quite regularly. So if you can tell the audience a little bit about when you think you're ready to take that next step and secure the next property.
Okay. Well, I cover in my last video about the 3 keys to building property wealth, or wealth in general. And I covered like financial education. I covered this, knowing the systems, and then seeking proper property accountant or a mentor. So as I find that to have the right mindset and the financial education is the first step. And then once you have that mindset, then the next step is understanding what your goal is, your vision for your family. If you know where you want to go, then the next step is seek a mentor to help you to get there.
Yep.
Because if I give you an address, which is your goal, and without the GPS you can get there, but it could be much slower and many wrong turns.
Yep.
But if you have a GPS, it will be straight to it.
So we're trying to go the right way rather than the long way around.
The most optimized way.
Yep, makes sense. We touched a little bit on before about why you chose property as your wealth generator and how you found that the property you bought in Maidstone, led to X, Y, and Z and where you're at now. So can you talk us a little bit more as to why you're still using property as your trajectory tool for your wealth?
That's a great question. And even today, there's one thing that you, me, and Richard Branson and many others don't have more, and that is time. Okay? So when you understand that and you stop trading your time for money, then you can start building wealth, because everyone has 8 to 10 hours to work, and even if you get paid $100 an hour or $1,000 out, there's a limitation of time and money you can generate, especially if you're relying on one source of income, which is your PAYG or your business, for example, because business as well you have to run. What I found with property is that asset is the most important, not time. Asset is infinite. If you understand that concept, which is asset, if you build $1 million asset and on average the asset or property grows over time in the last 100 years is 10%, then $1 million of 10% is what, 100,000.
Yeah.
If you build a $10 million asset base, it'll be $1 million.
Yep.
So if you understand that, and it's compounding, and this compounding of creation is done while you sleep. So
I'd like to earn money while I sleep.
So it doesn't need your time.
Yeah.
It doesn't need your effort. Yes, you may need to initially to acquire the property, and you can use area specialists to manage your property for you. All you need is to select the property correctly, and then obviously get a mentor to help you get to the path that you want. The rest is generated while you sleep or in your spare time.
Wonderful.
So that is why I still do it, and it's my passion. I'm in developments now. I do townhouses and commercial, specialise now because that's more advanced property and active investing. Yeah. Which I show my students, but it's still the easiest way to build your wealth.
Okay, awesome. I think one of the most common questions obviously coming up to tax time at the moment is people are probably getting ready to go and see their accountant and getting everything ready with their investment property. What would you say is your top 3 tips for everyone listening in terms of getting ready to go and see your accountant to make sure that you've got everything ready and ready to go?
Okay, so obviously we specialise in property investing, tax returns and structuring. The best way is obviously to make sure you have a tax depreciation for your investment property, that anything that is after 1987 you can get depreciation on. Have that ready. Number 2 is make sure that you've collected all your expenses for your property. We actually got a checklist on our website, which I'm sure you'll share on the link on the video.
Yeah, we can put that down the bottom so everyone can click to that.
And that is available for all area specialist landlords as well. It's available public. And make sure you complete it, because there's about 20 items that you can claim or more for your portfolio. And number 3 is actually look at your current team of experts. Are they serving you or they're not serving you? Because if I've come across accountants or brokers or lawyers that are against property. They will say, don't buy it this time, this cycle, it's going to crash. And you know what? They say that because of fear, because they don't actually they're not financially free themselves. Yep. So make sure the team that is looking after you are actually financially savvy and financially free, because if you're getting advice from the wrong people, it's actually costly for you.
Yep. Awesome. Well, thanks for coming in, Lan. We really appreciate your time, and I guess the knowledge and the in-depthness of a few things in terms of our investors can look over and read into. Guys, that's it from us, and we'll catch you on the next PM Room video. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.